What was Luo Feng's greatest strength right now? It was the right claw of the golden-horned beast with 97 blood river stones within, the beast god statue, the 3 ancient pictures, tearing sky and land, the combination of those 4. Before he went to Blood River World, his greatest strength was the Masha Clansman, the 9 universe tablet, time-space scribbles. The Masha Clansman studied the space laws, hence it was extremely fast. It even once resulted in Luo Feng's comprehension of the gold laws, lagging behind the space laws. But now, things were different. The golden horned beast was naturally proficient in the golden origin laws. Through unleashing the right claw's first claw, its fusion with the universe energy was raised by 10 times. Its body itself was already absurdly strong, and 10 times stronger. With the fusion of space comprehension, it wasn't weaker than the Masha Clansman anymore. With this level of comprehension of the 2 laws, when training tearing sky and land, what kind of shocking speed would that result in? This was after all a technique created by the earlier generations of golden-horned beasts. It was naturally suited for it. The beast god statue and 3 ancient pictures were profound, but that's only because they had no specific training methods. Tearing sky and land, however, had a specific training method. The 2 of them resonated. Just the improvement speed alone of the golden-horned beast studying tearing sky and land's first claw was shockingly fast. Especially in these few months, since he acquired the beast god statue, his own improvement speed left Luo Feng somewhat speechless. My strongest attribute in training is the first claw. In battle, my strength is being able to use both spirit reader side and fighter. Luo Feng quickly organized his thoughts. The Masha Clansman is actually supposed to train the illusionary techniques. Instead, I'll let it work with the golden-horned beast and train mainly on burial, and the first claw. In terms of law usage, these 2 were the closest. This was what made burial become the Masha Clansman's strongest move. When I get into close combat with the enemy, I'll simultaneously use my spirit weapons. When I attempted the Sky Mountain earlier, I relied on this to kill 2 of them, Luo Feng thought. In terms of close combat ability, Luo Feng was able to use 1 blade to withstand that bullman, and the 8-man spirit weapon. It was only slightly disadvantaged, and while using the Nanshin armament's 5th level, Space Slicer was actually knocked away by the bullman. Only when using the 6th level's Blade World was he able to pressure him. My close combat strength is slightly weaker than my spirit weapon, but it's not that far off. I'll focus more on burial for a while, and with the first claw's help, the improvement will be very fast. Luo Feng smiled. If he were to be caught in a stalemate using the Nanshan armament, during the critical time, he'll use the Blood Shadow Blade to close in and kill. That was akin to having a trump card when needed. How strong was Luo Feng's close combat? No one really knew. Even True Yin Emperor only knew of what Luo Feng had accomplished back in Primal Chaos City, that move that Luo Feng used to pass the Heavenly Bridge. During that time, his close combat was far weaker than his spirit weapon. As time passed, the universe humanity's most elite universe-level geniuses all made their preparations for their qualification battles. Luo Feng didn't dare relax either. The Golden Horn Beast and the Masha Clansman worked on their first claw on burial, time-space scribbles, 9 universe tablet, 9 black fireballs. He replayed all these scenes over and over, etc. Everything resonated with each other, and when he had any questions he would go ask his teacher True Yin Emperor. Luo Feng, how is he improving so quickly? Luo Feng, you are sure you can unleash this page's technique in the time-space scribbles? Show it to me first. True Yin watched as Luo Feng did it successfully. He stared hard. Madness? How are you improving even faster than in Blood River World by so much? True Yin was shocked. Luo Feng didn't dare relax even after. It had been half a year since he returned from Blood River World. Virtual Universe, Heavenly Bridge. On that beautiful island in the center, a black star-robed watchman Bevan was shocked to see Luo Feng appear out of thin air. Luo Feng, since you passed the 6th level, you haven't returned at all.
Yes.
Luo Feng nodded. Are you going to attempt the 7th level? Bevan laughed. Luo Feng nodded. You look very confident. Bevan smiled and pointed into the distance. There's no one on the 9 universe bridge. I wish you all the best. If you can pass the 7th level, you'll have truly exceeded Bolin. I believe I can succeed. Luo Feng smiled, after which he became a beam of light rushing into the distance of the 9 universe heavenly bridge and flying swiftly up the many levels. 7th level, this was a vast space. The bridge extended into space itself. At the end of the bridge, there floated a small meteorite that had a diameter of 1 kilometer. Luo Feng, who was dressed in his dark red armor, stood on the other end, staring at the floating meteorite. Pick your opponent. Fighter, controller, hypnotist. Pick one, and if you defeat him, you'll have passed the 7th level. A hoarse voice resounded from the meteorite. Controller, Luo Feng said. Pa. A small stone broke off from the side of the meteorite, landing on the bridge itself. It rolled about slightly on the bridge before transforming into a blue-armored masked warrior who stood on a dark cloud shuttle and carried a dark golden long rod controller. Universe Level 9 youngster, haven't seen you in a while. The blue-armored man's voice was old. I wouldn't come unless I had the confidence, Luo Feng said. Very good. The blue-armored man stood on the dark cloud shuttle and roared. Let me see how much you've improved. Since you have so much confidence, the dark golden long rod he carried shot out 10 million gold lights. In an instant, countless little golden blades shot in all directions, seemingly warping the entire land and skies. And standing on his own dark cloud shuttle in the distance, Luo Feng's dark golden long rod too shot out 10 million gold lights. The two of them had similar moves. The land and skies around the two changed completely. The vast world had blade energy revolving. This was the Blade World. The Blade World, the blue-armored man formed clashed directly with Luo Feng's. The two worlds collided, and countless blade energy clashed. Your improvement is shocking. However, your control of the Blade World is still weaker than mine by a little. The blue-armored man pointed at Luo Feng. Go. The blue-armored man gathered one thread of golden blade energy and shot at Luo Feng. My control of the Blade World is weaker? Luo Feng was still very confident. Actually, 2 months ago, he was already able to form a stable Blade World. The reason he waited for 2 more months was to perfectly control the Blade World and even under circumstance or pressure, to maintain his stable control of it. Why he was slightly weaker was mainly because Luo Feng was multitasking. He was using only part of his consciousness to control the Nanshan armament. He was seeing how it would go. Then now, I'll use my full focus on the Nanshan armament. If I can win without using close combat, then there's no need for it. Luo Feng's eyes gleamed. The surrounding blade energy erupted, seemingly strengthened, immediately pressuring and pushing against the other Blade World. Simultaneously, he pointed and shouted, Go! A thread of golden blade energy shot directly at the blue-armored man. The two condensed Blade World energies formed incomparably, and the piercing blades that clashed completely dispersed. The further away from the body, the weaker and harder it was to control the Blade World energy. Hence, every time it would be condensed closer to the body. Since this was the strongest point, 2 threads of golden blade energy once again clashed and dispersed. Blue-armored man, you are set to lose. After trying 2 attacks, Luo Feng didn't conserve his energy anymore, coldly ordering and pointing at the blue-armored man. A thread of gold blade energy shot at him. It's no use. You should go back and train further. Your power is close to mine. Train another 3 years, and you may pressure me. Train another 10 years, and you'll be able to defeat me. The blue-armored man controlled a thread of gold blade energy and shot towards Luo Feng to deflect his attack. Luo Feng stared coldly at him. Luo Feng's attack actually swerved and dodged in midair, not going head-on against the blue-armored old man's attack. While it dodged, it continued on towards the blue-armored man. What? The blue-armored man's expression changed. Then we'll risk it all. The 2 controllers matched off. Especially in Blade World, the 2 of them used their full strength to condense the blade energy. It was like 2 warriors holding their blades, slashing wildly at each other. This resulted in a heated exchange. If one was stronger and could block off one attack, he could then attack and kill the other. That would mean success. And Luo Feng's move was made to not even block the attack against him, but slashing straight at his neck. This was a suicidal move. It was called kamikaze. Xiao. Luo Feng controlled that shot of blade energy till it reached right before the blue-armored man. Its speed was much faster than the dark cloud shuttle. Xiao. That dark gold blade energy reached Luo Feng too. The 2 of them were both facing danger. However, they had completely different methods to deal with it. A shield appeared before the blur-armored man, and he used spirit energy to block it. Break! Luo Feng held one shield in his hand and a blood shadow blade in the other. With a roar, the blade pressured the space around, even affecting the Blade World energy around it. This blade was filled with brutality and was extremely fast. The edge of the blade glimmered gold, and it slashed directly against that thread of gold blade energy. Luo Feng felt the impact and was knocked back 10 m. His blood was boiling within. However, that dark golden blade energy was already dispersed. On the other end, the blade energy that Luo Feng controlled was as fast as lightning. The shield's movement speed couldn't keep up at all with it. After parrying 2 times, the third time, it pierced through the blue armored man's head. His body fell down. Luo Feng looked at the blue armored body and said softly, "We both have the blade world. But my blade and the Nanshan armament isn't too different in level. The 7th level of the Heavenly Bridge. Success. Bolin, I'll take the lead." Luo Feng smiled and rushed into the sky, headed towards the 8th level.